welcome back to Intelligence Check. I'm Adam, and I'm going to be the DM for today's session. Today's episode is going to be called On Our Way. You can follow us at Nerdz Garage on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, or at nerdsgarage.com. Remember, nerds with a Z. So, to recap last episode, your following party group... Oh, sorry. Disclaimer. Currently, Dustin, our fellow party member, is taking a momentary leave of absence for today because he has personal things, so he will be back next week. But he will be a reoccurring character from then on out.
Go ahead.
Sorry about that. So, recapping last week's episode, your party had recently just learned about the whereabouts of Victor's friend who had been petrified in a crypt that had been the crypt of the late great Richard, but had also been a beholder lair. Adventuring on your way, leading your two other friends back to Kunai, you found that the crypt was being raided by the nefarious Silverleaf, your arch rivals, or just not very well done bandits.
We just know them.
So, while going through the crypt and having a splendiferous time of their magnificent maze, you encountered the Beholder and were able to defeat the Beholder at behest of some complications of magical abilities and just it flying around and not being able to be in some people's ranges at times. But at the end of the day, you defeated it. You found the extra character in question, along with carrying a few extra stone people. You gathered your items. There was a little bit of a confrontation about a particular item that is going to be talked about soon. But you guys, your party, is currently outside of the crypt, and your fellow party member Maximus has taken a daunting little stroll into the woods. Ghibli tried to follow him, but he came back like 10-15 minutes later. So you guys have your party, you are sitting down, you have the 4 statues in your cart and the extra cart that you have seized from the Silverleafs. It is now your turn.
I was just going to say, before we get started,
Yes.
any of the anger and outbursts you heard last week, that was all in character. I actually, not mad, and I don't hate Dylan. Love the dude to death.
Not to death. We don't want to clarify anybody dying.
Not yet, at least.
Not yet.
I got lay on hands for that. Don't worry.
So, just make sure everybody is understanding. You guys have the floor.
Maximus is still gone.
Are we going to wait for Maximus to get back or no?
He kind of just went off on his own. He didn't really tell us anything.
Well, here's the thing. We got, what, 2 horses?
Yes?
You have 2 horses because Moose has now come back.
Can a horse pull a cart?
Slower.
4 statues.
Well, here's the thing. One group can stay behind and wait for him while the others kind of just get a little bit of a head start. You guys can catch up.
Well, why don't we just go and get him?
I don't know if he wants to see me right now or talk to me.
Mind you, Ghibli is with you guys right now. He's just not saying anything. He's kind of not meditation because you don't even know if he knows what that is.
Photosynthesis.
But yeah, he's like putting his hands through the grass and just being by himself right now.
So is there a
Yeah, he's there right
I'm
now.
sure he was still going to do it.
Okay.
I'm sure he was still going to do his whatever plan.
Yeah.
So the second part's covered.
I mean,
He can only be a horse twice a day for 3 hours at a time.
Yeah, so that's like only 6 hours for like 2 days of travel.
Excuse me, I'll be right back. I gotta use the bathroom.
Alright, sorry. So you guys.
I guess we
Momentary
could leave a horse behind so that he has an easier time catching up.
I have an idea. How about, over the table, I kind of don't want to say this without that Kenny and Oscar here. Well, I'd like to suggest that maybe you and Oscar could take your friend and the others back to the village to get healed, while me and Dreki could go and get Maximus, since I don't think he has anything wrong with us.
I suppose that would work.
Are you agreeing? Are you in agreement?
You mean for us to walk back?
Well, didn't he suggest that he would take like half the horse and cart, and we'd take?
I mean, I don't think horse can carry 3.
I mean, Ghibli's planning on taking the rest of the petrified people. How many were in the?
You have 4 in total. Ripbone, the half-orc, the dwarf, and human.
And what about the rest of them? How many are left?
There's about like 12 more down here.
Yeah.
We need to go and get Maximus.
Sorry about that. It was the wife messaging me, was asking me questions.
We definitely can't leave without him, and we definitely can't just stand here waiting either.
That's why I said we split up. Some people stay behind or if y'all want to stay behind, one person can come with me. I'll just get these guys on the way to town. I'll be moving slowly so you guys can catch up.
If you think the horse can carry you.
Yeah, you and a bunch of stone statues. Do you think you can manage?
I can run beside it or walk beside it.
I
Like I said, I'll be moving at a slow pace if one of you guys want to come with me. Because I don't think the cart's going to be going full speed.
And then when we meet up, we can just have them join forces.
We should have someone stay behind for Maximus.
That's why I said split.
I think just the one.
I suppose I'll stay behind them.
Who's your fastest runner?
I mean, I'm pretty fast, and I have a good survival stat, so you know.
That would be
Yeah, but
Trenke and Maximus.
Actually,
They are
do you have better survival?
Well,
than I?
Maximus
I mean, I have survival.
he has expediency.
I'm not going to
Well,
get
that's-
lost.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
how
what
about
I was
this?
thinking.
You take a horse. You go find them. You both can ride on a horse together to catch up.
I can certainly try.
That way we can go slowly. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Hopefully nothing disastrous happens.
And whenever he sees me,
I suppose that's
talk.
acceptable.
so we're gonna head out. You 2 get in the cart. I'll walk alongside of it since it's going slow.
Alright.
I can walk with you too. Less of a road.
Rest your legs. It's fine.
I should probably say to make sure that none of the statues fall over.
Oh yeah,
like that.
you've been fastening, making sure they're all like non wiggling.
So they're secure.
Yeah.
Nothing sudden can possibly make them.
Unless somebody's shooting a fireball at you, I'm pretty sure they're not falling out of the car.
Okay, in that case, I'll just walk by the cart too to give the horse an easier time.
Alright.
Alright.
Whatever
So,
works.
who is going down back to Kunai and with what?
The 3 of us.
3 of us.
You are taking how many carts
1
One.
cart
and
with
how many
1
horses?
horse. Because they're gonna be on a horse.
Alright.
So that way they
How
can
many
ride together.
statues?
4.
You're taking all 4
No,
statues.
Ghibli's still doing his thing.
Ghibli said that he would change into a horse form, but he only has that for certain hours per day.
Okay, then Ghibli will be on until you can catch up.
So does that mean you're taking both carts? Or are you still just taking the
Can we
one?
hook up 2 horses to 1 cart?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Then we'll do that.
That's actually our standard.
So you guys are taking the 2 horses.
Well, Ghibli will be one of the horses.
Okay. So
Okay.
so you're taking Ghibli and a horse.
Yes.
Okay. And then you're staying behind with.
One horse.
The
One
real
horse.
horse, yeah.
So you guys are taking 2 carts, not 1.
Well, yeah, I thought we stacked them all into 1 cart.
No, I don't think the cart.
No, the car.
You could.
Okay, see that's where I got confused.
Yes.
So
You're
not
trying to
guys-
put like bare minimum
Okay. Then just
200 to 300 pound statues all on one load bearing wooden cart.
Okay, then yeah, we'll do the 2 carts thing.
So 2 statues per cart.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, what statues? What? Yeah, still dwarf those guys are.
Yes, they have mass, not height, mass.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I guess I'll lead 1 cart. I'll take point on this one. So just follow behind me.
Alright.
So I guess you'll be right in the cart with your friend to make sure nothing happens.
Well,
even standing, you can kind of like occasionally hop up and look at the cart. You don't have to be in the
Yeah.
cart if you don't want to.
Yeah, I'll do the occasional like check to make sure everything's fine and secure.
Okay, so we're going then.
All right. So the three of you are going.
We need to have
Are you staying put or are you looking for him?
I'm going to just find a spot at the edge of the woods.
You're
Settle
going to
down,
find.
keep an eye on the horse.
All right. So you're going to stay within the general vicinity.
In comes two dragons.
All right.
Surprise, one of them's Maximus.
So you do realize that it takes about half a day if you're traveling fast to get to the main road again. So it would probably take you a good day to get back to the main road.
Yeah, I'm not wanting to push the carts too hard, especially since Ghibli's one of the horses, and he can only do it for so much time. I don't want to risk bouncing around breaking the statues.
How late are you staying?
As late as it takes.
As late as it takes.
We kind of need Maximus's input
Okay.
to see how long that is.
So, if nobody's doing any other changes, we're going to transpire day 1. Day 2. You guys have made it to the main road. You are still outside the cavern.
Survival?
Survival.
21.
You hear birds, an owl, some weird squirrel on squirrel action. You're really you're really perceptive. Okay, so you guys are the main road. It's a brand new morning and you're outside the cavern. So
This is ridiculous. Now I'm going to go try to hunt him down.
okay. So while you're rolling the survival to hunt him down, you guys are just heading down southward.
Yay.
You can safely assume that going slowly, in order to not tamper with any of the statues, it's probably going to take you a 3 days travel if you're playing it safe.
Well, I'm also going a little slowly for them to catch up.
Yeah.
And so you're going to probably lead that to 3.5 to possibly 4 days if you're
Yeah.
going even slower.
Well, no, I'm just doing the 3 days, just the normal, just cruising
Okay.
speed.
So I would like you to roll 3 survivals.
Mm. 15, 14, 13.
Solid array of numbers. That's very.
Not my best rolls though.
You kind of head in his direction, but you don't really see any humanoid footprints. You see a rock, and there's a sack next to it.
Inspect. Investigation.
Mm-hmm.
One.
It's just a really heavy sack.
And I can like check for its contents, right?
Yeah, you check its contacts, and it shimmers brightly as you look inside, and it's gold.
Wait, he's wearing the
Alright.
goggles though. He's wearing
He
goggles.
rolled a 1.
I guess that's true.
Well, we go.
Yeah, they got
This is one of ours.
well,
Wait, why does Maximus have?
Alright, you have a sack of 500 gold. Woohoo!
that was a quick, easy find.
But you do not see any footprints going off in any direction. It's kind of like the trail just ended
Ends.
here.
Oh, tell me he didn't fly off. I'll make one more roundabout. If I don't see any signs, I'm heading out.
Alright, one more roundabout.
Did you want all 3 or just the
2. 2 this time.
He's somewhere over the rainbow.
11?
Or under the rainbow, I should say.
It takes you a better part for the rest of the afternoon. So it's around like 2 o'clock right now. You've seen more tracks of deer and wolves than you have of Maximus.
Scoozy.
he's coming back. Alright, I'm heading out.
Alright.
Animal handling for the horse.
I was gonna say, are you also gonna try and go at a quicker pace in order to try and catch up? Alright.
And
There we go.
16.
Alright. So, you try and spend the better half of the remainder of the day just to get back to the main road, but even so, you're probably like a good 2-3 hours out from the main road. So, you will probably safely assume if you go at the standard quicken pace, you will probably catch them up midday of their next day. Alright, so you guys have spent your second day traveling south. Anything in between?
Pushing the turbo button.
The turbo button?
The turbo button.
The pay.
There is no
No.
pay on these horses.
No, do you want us to roll perception, like for the knights that would have passed real fast?
The knife?
Knights.
Oh, the knights. It's quiet. There's no disturbance.
No, just gonna wake up, pocket bacon, and go.
All right. Anybody doing anything else? If not, we're gonna be starting on the third day.
That was the last one.
I mean, this is technically a long rest for all of us, right?
Well, yeah. This is like your second long rest. You guys haven't done anything. You haven't spent any spells. I was just wondering if there was anything in your inventory, any questions you wanted to ask each other, anything you wanted to do that you don't have to waste like time in town to do.
So anything we can do outside of town?
Anything that you just want to do right now.
I guess I could check to see how the statues are doing.
Yeah, that would be a perception.
Alright.
Good check on
I just see like a small chip on his shoulder.
Oh my god, he's down! I gotta lay it down!
He's got a chip on his shoulder. Oh no. My pun cursed you.
I'm gonna do Tides of Chaos.
Why do you give Adam his power?
It's okay, I have one.
hilarious.
It's
I
alright.
won't say you're wrong on that one.
It's okay because
Well, he doesn't get, like, unless he casts a spell, then his Tides of Chaos doesn't have a chance of coming back. Hmm.
yeah, I don't intend on casting any of those. Where is other is? Not this one.
If you don't mind.
I'm not going to take any chances.
I see.
You want to use
I
my
see.
dice?
His dice are pretty lucky.
Sure. Let's see how this one
This
turns
is
out.
Kenny we're talking about.
But it's my hand.
Yep, then.
There we go. Perception 22.
Yep, there you
They
go.
seem perfectly
welcome.
fine.
Okay.
I would have said they looked like they turned to dust.
Like, man, those beholder juices really did a number on me.
Alright, anything else? If not, we're starting the third day.
Gone.
Yeah, well, let's just start with the third day.
Alright, another handle animal for you since you're trying to get faster.
Yeah, 11.
It's,
I forgot.
at times it tries to buck you off because A, you don't have any food for it, and B, you're not the one who usually handles the horses, but it's temperamental and you get it to calm down.
Wait, what? Why did you give
I gave him all the healing so we can disperse the healing out because druids, rangers, and paladins and clerics can use it.
So,
I thought bards could also use it.
Yes.
Yeah, Spartan.
No.
so halfway on your second day, you hear the clippity clops of a horse coming up behind you.
Just turn around, just
Yep, and you see Tureki on your second horse.
wait. Yeah, I'm pull the carts over to stop.
Alright.
We've been going for what, 6 hours now?
Half day, so 6-7 hours, yeah.
So it's coming close to the time where Jiddly can't go no more as a horse. So yeah, we'll just hook up that horse into the cart, throw Jibbles in the back of the cart, he can just chill. What happened?
He never came to me, and I never found him. He left the gold behind. I know, curious.
He had more gold than just that.
Oh.
That I'm gonna look at Jiggly like, did you leave a bag of gold?
I didn't leave anything.
Add it to
I didn't take anything.
You walk out quickly. Alright. Bucket. Maybe he's flying clear as head.
I hope so.
Look, he likes his dragon form. Hopefully we'll see him in town.
Alright.
Let's go.
You taking-
We need to get these people healed fast.
You're taking the rest of the day, end of the third day, beginning of the fourth. Anybody doing anything else?
Nope.
Well, I guess I could do a check on the
You
other
gave
two
me-
statues.
You gave me one of the healing, so that's something.
They're fine.
They're fine. Okay.
You
Good.
haven't hit any bumps. You haven't seen anybody else travel.
Well, he was barreling down the road, so I just want to make sure.
Yeah, so I can't remember how long it's going to take to attend to that, but I figured if you spend a great part of the day, you can attend to that.
Oh yeah, when you're walking, like you can attune to things while you're walking. You just have to be focused on it.
Over table, what does the recharge is 1d6 plus 1 dawn mean?
So at dawn, you roll a d6. You get that many charges back plus 1.
Got it.
And if you use all of them at once and you roll a nat 1,
It breaks.
you break the wall.
You kind of overcharge it.
If you get a nat 1 on.
Yeah.
That's only if you use all
use
charges
6
at
charges
once.
at once.
Ooh. I see.
I've only had to use all charges like, what, 2 times?
Once or twice. Yeah.
Like the null fight and something else, I can't remember.
All right. So 4th day, taking the whole day to travel. Anybody doing anything?
No.
No.
Just
I'm assuming like this is just another long rest for me.
Keep a watchful eye.
Just making
just going to get there as quickly but as cautiously as possible without damaging these.
All right. So you take the rest of the 4th day, and you're about an hour or 2 away from Kunai when it's about like 7, 8 o'clock. So you can either go the rest of the day, or you can take a rest and go there tomorrow morning.
We'll just push the rest of the day.
Push the rest to get there by 9.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
How's the storm cloud looking?
I'm gonna do my own roll for that too.
Sure.
This die is just not my lucky day. That's a nat too.
20.
What's storm cloud?
No storm cloud?
What's storm cloud?
Okay.
Wait, what did you roll?
So I guess I'll perceive it as well.
Sure.
Mine as well.
Try that one.
Okay. Thank you.
24.
What's storm cloud?
Okay.
You guys see a storm cloud?
No, I'm not paying attention to the stars. I'm
Yeah.
focused on the red.
Well, I'm asking the guys because you're obviously too busy.
Yeah, I'm just focusing. I have too much going through my head.
I guess I'll attune to the wand of healing. That's what
You've already done that
Yeah.
last night.
Sure.
You've had literally 4 days to do it. You're fine.
So yeah, no storm cloud.
Alright, so it is 9 o'clock at night. Now, when you guys get back to the city, Ghibli. Listen, guys. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna wait out here for you guys. You guys do your thing. I'm gonna take my walk. Okay?
Okay.
And what did you do?
Now, I didn't do anything. Believe me. They know what's happening. We're square. I help them. They help me.
Do you need me to grab anything?
Just grab yourselves. And wiggly fingers if you find them.
Okay.
As long as we see you again.
Oh yeah, I'll just be outside here.
I'm gonna sleep in
Changes
your house.
into like a mole and starts digging a hole.
As you dig, I'll be like, I'm sleeping at your place.
He like wags his tail.
I
Awesome.
wonder what happened to the shield.
So
So it's 9 o'clock at night.
I'm gonna roll by where the cart was originally for the healer to see if he's still there.
In the center of town, yeah.
So I'm gonna take the cart to the center of town and see what I can see.
There seems to be the old make out tent, but it seems closed.
Yeah.
But the
Is
tent is still there.
Is there like a note on it that says when it opens back up?
No.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
so
have-
It's not a business that has normal business hours.
Mm.
Whenever the guy feels like opening up, he'll open up.
Can we knock?
Can you knock on a tent?
Don't be rude.
We can knock on the pole. But
he
We're
might
not,
be
we're not in dire straits.
Hmm.
They can be stoned for a while longer.
Anyhow, alright, where do we wanna I'll take this to the stables.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
and just tell them to look over it and make sure I know exactly what's in the cart.
Yeah,
If anything's missing.
I'm pretty sure nobody can really replicate those things.
Okay. Make sure the horses are taken care of.
That's not like a coin purse. You know that, right?
How much gold is it for the night?
That's 5.
I suppose.
Alright. Pay for both cards.
Yeah.
So that's 10.
Yeah. And remember that goes with the oath, so everything's included.
Suppose we'll just fade in for the night. Alright.
I'm walking the
I'm assuming he caught up with us, but
Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
caught
he's-
up with
he's
you on the
good
second
with
day.
Oops.
I'm gonna walk to Ghibli's place to go to sleep.
Alright. What do you guys?
I join with him.
I mean,
Yeah, you can all go.
I'll come along to see if there's space and bedding.
I'll come along. I have a bedroll, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we also have it.
Yeah, so we'll just
There we go.
So
schlep in his
you
place.
recognize Ghibli's place. It's Ghibli's workshop, whatever sign they had up there. And the door has, it seems like it's been recrafted 4 times. Like it's parts upon parts upon parts, where it's literally a pile of wood that was nailed together and just slapped on the
Would we
slapped on
expect
it.
anything else?
I gotta open the door.
You go to open the door, it's unlocked, and it just seems vacant.
Really?
There's
Door
no
falls
hole
apart.
in the fire,
Yes, that
and
door
in
gone.
the fire pit. The bed just seems to be a little bit unkempt.
I'm glad I think a little bit
There's
of that.
nothing really much in this apartment.
I go to sleep.
Alright.
We all join.
Early to bed, early to rise.
Yup.
Alright.
Let's use our bedrolls.
So you guys make shift to your own space. It's rather dusty in here, but you guys can cover yourself up with a cloth or 2. It is morning of a new day.
I'm going straight to the stables, get the statues, and go in the center of town.
Meet you at the tent.
Oh, I need someone to man the other cart. If you want to do it, or any of you other 2.
Aren't you better with animals?
Okay.
Than the average person, yes.
Let's go first, please.
Alright,
Go
so
with
you guys make it to the stables. You guys, I'm guessing you're going with Turkey.
Where are you going?
To the tent first.
Okay, yeah.
And the makeshift tent seems to be open. There's 2 clergymen sitting in the center of the tent, right next to like a giant gurney and a few potions and a table or 2.
Hello?
Good morning.
Oh, you're back. Welcome.
Hi.
Have you seen two men come in recently? One for a petrified lake.
A few days ago, yes.
Okay, so we at least know they made it. I wonder if they stayed. We should check the inn.
Yes.
Later though, we have some statues coming in.
More.
Mm-hmm. The holder was really busy.
Ah, yes, you did mention something about that.
Yeah, no need to worry about it anymore.
I mean, I'm not sure how long they've been stone. If they're reversible.
We can always test it. I do give a partial money back guarantee in case something doesn't work, because then that's in part on me, not on the person.
Thank you.
You want to see if we'll work on your friend first?
Yes. You don't even need to ask that.
Second, I'll go and pick up that statue of his friend and carry him in.
Alright, so
And just throw it on the ground. No, I just haven't done that.
roll a sleight of hedge. Alright, so
Death. Oops.
no.
Oops, his head came off. Our bad.
13.
So you
Alright.
basically the collection of you steadily put him on the gurney because you're not entirely sure what would happen if you stayed him upright. But yeah, you fashion him. He's still laying down the gurney.
That's gonna be a sight for the cleric. It's gonna be a sight.
And
No, I roll.
so first, in the matter of payment, I need to be able to use the appropriate items for the spell. That would be a total of 740 gold.
Prices have gone up.
Last time we talked to you was 500.
Yes, but that was because I was doing different magic.
No.
Oh yes, this requires great time. I can spare some.
I got 400, and I'm trying to spend that towards my leg.
What
I
do you
I
have?
have 1400. I can.
What?
I don't need much I don't need much to satisfy myself.
How much do you have?
I have 1,300 at the moment.
I have 1,200.
I can at least take the first one.
Alright, 740.
So you're paying for all that?
He's paying for the first one, yeah.
Oh.
So he takes the gold, he gives it to his assistant. His assistant hands him a little bag, and he just has glittering dust in his hand. He kind of, you know, like when people exercise, they work out. They've got like that. I don't
The chalk?
the chalk. So he like takes it and he just like puffs his hands together, wiping back and forth. And then he starts like masseusing the body, like legs, arms, shoulders, and whatnot, like giving it a little bit of a rub down. And you start to see bits and pieces of this body form to life. But what you recognize is what he had mentioned earlier. It's not a human. The parts of the body that first form back to life are the parts made of paper. And you can notice that this paper looks like normal parchment, but it has like green, blue, glistening glow inside the paper. Not around it, but inside the paper itself. As if the parchment itself was made of magic. And then you have like the metallic outlay and stuff like that. So the paper starts to form to life, and then the metal starts to become rock to metal, so it becomes harder.
Perfect.
And the whole body forms, and you just see black voided eyes just form back into blue inlaid gems that just right back on. And fuck you! And fuck you!
I just hug him really hard.
Like, you strength check.
Straight
Oh,
check?
Yes.
Okay.
Please
Nat 20, you killed.
Okay, that's 13.
You kind of hear a little crunkling of papers, but like his form does not move.
Hi, Rippo.
What the bleeding up? Victor?
Hi.
What are you doing? What am I doing? Who are
We just saved you from a beholder.
you?
Yes. Yes.
Are you sure?
Fairly certain.
He leans up on the gurney and he's like,
I'm pretty sure it was on fire when we left it.
he gets off the table.
Oh,
You're short.
Did you,
I may have lost a bit off the top, but I think I'm okay.
Well, magic does do that eventually. Yes. Hello. Good. Good to see you again, Victor. And thank you for rescuing me. What in blooming's name am I?
Well, you're inside the tent of two clergymen who just restored you back from petrification.
They're both just sitting like off to the side and they're like, hello.
And these are my friends. For my new
You're in
partner.
Kunai.
Ah, so we've made it.
Yes.
I think your other two friends might be in town at the inn.
Good to know.
But yeah, this is the gang. This is Oscar. He's a blacksmith.
Was.
He doesn't very talk too much.
Indeed.
This is Saber. She's a cat person.
That's my defining feature.
Very astute deduction.
Oh yeah, she also shoots people.
That, yes, that is my main job.
She got the last shot holder.
Yes.
And this is Dreadkey.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
He's a very nice person.
Pleasure's mine.
I'm just gonna grab the dwarf, just pick him up, put him on the gurney.
Oh, the gurney can only take so many pounds. How many more of these do you have?
I thought you said we had a total of 4, counting the one you already did.
Money for that.
I thought the guy got off the gurney.
No, he did get off the gurney, but I mean, if you put repeated heavy objects on something, it might wear down.
Okay, then I will lay him on the ground.
I'm going to start working on this one if you have to go.
Oh boy.
So,
I'll throw in 400.
I'll throw in
Really?
the other
You don't need to.
340.
I got it.
I'll throw in the 340 then, I guess.
all for 740.
I mean, heaven knows how long those statues have been there.
So he does the same wipe hands, wiping over the face and whatnot. You notice that this one has its mouth open, so it kind of like wipes into the mouth, like and then this one, long, bright orange beard that goes down to the waistline, long flowing tied locks, gripping onto a staff and the blue leather tunic, and pseudo in the crouch position, but when this character comes back to life, they're whipping their legs like,
You're fine.
Easy.
You're out of the beholder's life.
Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
where am
Good night.
I? Okay. Why?
He saved you.
It was just a matter of convenience, mostly.
Thank you.
We only had so much room on the cart, and you're the smallest one, so I figured I'd grab you. You're out of the beholder's lair.
Did you have a party?
The beholder's dead. You don't have to shake so much.
Give him time.
I have like
You might want to realize he might have been in a reality bending maze for like.
He passes out.
Not
It's
very
like-
much.
He might have been in a reality bending maze and terrified within his life. So you know, is that?
I like elbows.
You guys are gonna have to take care of him if you don't mind.
We got him. How heavy is he?
I'll
He's a dwarf. He's probably a good 200-300, maybe more.
I cannot carry that.
I pick him up and throw him on the back of the cart.
Oh, I was gonna say you could.
He-
Okay. Next one.
So, you said Benjamin and Jeremiah?
Yeah, they came by here. They treated Jeremiah's leg.
Hmm.
He got hit, but only by the leg.
Yes, I was standing in front of him when that happened.
Ah, that does explain it.
Just like, I just like hugged him like, Rippo, you're too pure for this one.
There's a lot of impurities that I need to get rid of.
As do we.
Next statue comes in and set down.
Alright, so you've got the
all
human or the half orc?
You're the half-orc female.
Alright. Wiping hands, doing the same procedure. A little bit taller, she has to get on his tippy toes. And she kind of just gives out a. Yeah.
Welcome back to reality.
Reality.
Beholder's dead. You're unpetrified. Your dwarf cleric friend is in the back of the cart sleeping.
You're in
Ooh.
kunai.
They might not be related. Kunai, Behold is there, Behold is dead.
There's no saying quite how many parties have gone in.
That's unsettling.
Did you have a group?
Yes.
Do you recognize this last statue of ours?
What's inside? No.
Probably only one or two in a party ever gets petrified.
How many were in your group?
We had a good 7.
Alright.
Last time I was in the city, it was snowing.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
times probably
Yeah.
does.
Any good place to get a beer?
You want some whiskey?
Anything strong?
Oh! Pour a shot of my 200 proof whiskey and get into it.
Tickles.
Gets it now. Just died. Just falls unconscious.
What was your name?
She says it in Orcish, but it translates to Trish.
Well, I speak Orcish.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
you would understand it says Trish.
Okay.
So, hostile dwarf, half-orc warrior.
And then a human, whatever. So we pulled him in.
Oh yeah, did you keep track of the 740 we just paid?
Well, he kept track of his 400,
Yeah, I only had 400 gold.
and then he spent the 340. So,
That was only the second one.
so then what was the third? Who paid for the third one?
We didn't say, you
Yeah.
already did it.
Yeah, you kind of just did it. I'll pay 400 if he covers the 340.
Sure.
But after that, I think I want to keep the rest for.
Wait, the
Right.
400 you said or 300?
I'll cover 400. You get 340 because
Yeah,
it's
okay.
740 per.
Yeah.
And then for the last one, the bag of 500 will be found. We'll go to it.
500 and 240 from me. I can handle that.
So here's the
I have
last
800
person.
left. I want to
If it doesn't work, hey, they got a cool statue, and we'll get money back.
Does the country we
We live in have a standardized year system?
Yeah, it's more or less the 4 seasons. You guys are in late spring or early summer.
Good. I don't want to be going on Mars time here.
Anyhow,
The last one forms life and kind of looks at his bow and just like, ding, still works. Hello.
answer your questions quickly. You're in Kunai. Beholder's dead. You're unpetrified.
Kunai?
Yep, town to the south. About 2-3 days ride from the caverns that you were in.
Oh, I think we might have been heading downwards. I've never been here. It's a quite lovely place. Seems very lively.
What's the last thing you remember before you went in the lake?
Mounds of gold.
Yeah, all those were rocks.
Well, yes, they're made of metal.
Nope, illusion by the beholder.
Well, quite the biscuit.
Yes.
That's unfortunate.
It wasn't nearly as much as we hoped. And we were
Probably lower.
we burned through quite a bit of it just bringing back a few statues.
There was quite a few when I went in there.
Oh wow.
What's your name?
Ah, Reggie.
Where are you from, Reggie?
Nowhere you know.
Yes.
I come from the northern city.
Northern City.
Which city would that be?
That would be the city held by Lord Gurick. Gurick.
What is that name?
Sounds familiar.
I mean,
Sounds very familiar.
Gurick?
You know, the eldest son of the king.
Wasn't the eldest?
Yeah, wasn't it the one town right up north?
Yes, Gurick is the one to the north.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to remember.
Yes,
actually
Gurick
remember.
is the northern realms.
The one with the douchebag people in it? With the wyverns?
No, that's
Warwick's time.
yeah, that's work.
That's
That's the one to
That's
the east.
Yeah,
That's
different
ruled
place.
by Boromir, isn't it?
Yeah, Boromir is the east. Lady Venice is now currently the south. Gurick is to the north, and then there's one more to the west.
Yes, well, you're in Kunai.
I plan to see all the kingdoms.
Not much to see. Little girls a little.
Tough
There's
times.
some good-
Tough times.
Yeah,
I think it's called Kunai.
some shit went down. The lady with the leg.
No, I think the name.
Oh, Lady Venice finally came into power.
Yeah.
Ooh, pleasant.
Only 13 years. I'm sure it's strange.
Yes, but I mean, she's a quick learner, so I've heard.
This is,
She learns quite
well, this is promising. That means that at least the four we have not been around for a century.
Yes.
No, I think there was the last king. Oh God, I don't remember his father's name, but he was like a century and a half ago or a century ago when the Great War happened.
It's been a couple hundred years.
Oh no, that's only been 100 years.
Oh, I thought it was like 200.
No, the Great War was 100 years ago.
Oh.
Roughly like 107 or 106, something like that.
Yes, this is why I wish I had my notebook and you wouldn't forget it at the house.
Oh.
Anyhow,
Oh, I greatly
Yeah.
appreciate you getting me from that cabin.
I think the rest will just have to wait until we're more well prepared.
what else can you do?
I mean, I can shoot and go. No, I would say I can go hide in places, but I guess when there's a beholder about, it's not that very stealthy.
Unless you're asleep.
Maybe I tried.
Ah, yes. Now I thought I could go in and nab a few things, but something saw me, and that was the last thing that I saw.
Yep,
Oh,
there's
so
nothing but eyes.
So you went in alone.
Oh yes.
You're one of few.
Yes, I tend to travel by myself. Not saying that company isn't great and all, but when you're trying to be undetected, I'm sorry to say, you don't want somebody of your caliber trying to walk around stealthy with what you're wearing and makes a little bit of a noise.
Yeah.
Stealth is stealth.
And stealth is stealth, exactly.
Anyhow, Do you have any business you need to finish up?
Maybe one with a loo.
Oh, yes.
That way.
Ah, yes. Thank you very much. And I hope to possibly meet you again. I don't really have a lot on my person as of right now, but I'll surely find you in time to repay the favor.
If they should collide.
If they shall. Yes. He literally just heads southward. He doesn't head for a building, he just starts heading southward. Just towards
certainly
one
a
of the
character.
buildings.
Certainly interesting.
Yeah,
Oh, there goes 2,800 gold.
Yes. Shall we shake the end?
Yes, let's shall.
Thank you for your service.
So I'm gonna go back to the cart. Is the half orc still there?
I mean, the half orc and the dwarf are still there. The half orc was just like, hey, where's a place to drink? And you just gave her whiskey.
Could help you.
We're heading to the inn right now.
Perfect.
Go to the inn. I'm gonna wake up the shaky dwarf.
Shaky dwarf.
Welcome back again.
Oh.
In dwarven, I'm gonna look and be like, beer inside, drink. Let's go. Alright.
He became Sylvester Stallone. He became Sylvester Stallone. It's great.
So all of you head inside.
Yep. I guess perception for the two.
For who?
Weren't we going to the inn to check for his two friends?
Yeah.
Yes. We asked the key.
But
Oh.
as soon as you go inside, you
Oh.
notice that, along with like 5 or 6 other patrons, there are Benjamin and Jeremiah who are sitting at the.
Right.
who are
I'm
sitting
used to
at
the
the
very
bar.
populated ones.
Well, very populated is not the location you're in.
I forgot.
So yeah, you just see them there. Like, you kind of see Jeremiah swinging his leg back and forth just to get like the blood flow back into the leg.
Yeah.
Round.
But yeah, they notice your party plus Rippo and 2 other questionable characters come in and they're like, hey! They both go over to Rippo and they're about to hum like, he doesn't do that. Hi. So their band is all together. They're celebrating and whatnot. They don't have a drink for him, but they have a glass because just to be socially acceptable, it's just like, here, you can hold this.
Wait, me?
They don't have a glass for you. They have it for Rippo, but
It better be non-alcoholic at the very least.
oh no, we were gonna buy rounds when you guys came back.
You guys know I don't drink alcohol.
I mean, rounds can be drinks.
Hmm.
And I mean, it's been a few years. You've grown up. I take a sip occasionally.
I'm gonna look at them.
Well,
and
he's grown up
I might
mentally.
be able to travel with you. They were petrified with you. They got no other members.
We will talk to them. We have our own personal
see.
things, but we will see exactly what they need and what they are willing to do. Thank you.
I'm gonna look at the dwarf and be like, so what is it that you do?
I'm a druid by trade, but I usually turn myself to stone, and I'm able to change myself back. So it's a little unsettling that I wasn't able to do that.
Beholders do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just sit and drink on my whiskey and then look at everybody else and be like, okay, whatever you guys want. I'll be at Mother Gotham's.
Actually, I kind of want to go to her with her too.
Spend time with your friends.
I'd like to go too, although I'll take up a drink that they took, but I don't want to be drunk by the time I go to her.
It has been a week, hasn't it?
It's been about 5-6 days.
Visit,
Oh, right.
Visit, respect your elders.
Wasn't it three there, 4 back?
Yeah, it's been about 6-7 days yet.
Oh. Either way.
Oh lord, here we go.
And so who's at the bar?
Well, everyone except Oscar, apparently.
Oh well, I'm gonna go with him.
Oh,
I want to see Mother Gotham.
You want to see her?
I don't want to get drunk before I see her, but I'll take up that drink later.
Okay. So I guess he's going to be going with him.
Yeah.
So that just leaves me and Red Cube.
Good boy.
How have you guys been?
Oh, well, we've been traveling around, and I mean, we tried to get that ring, you know, trying to help out the kingdom and whatnot in any way we can you know, maybe amass more finances or just wish for a better castle or something like that would be great.
Well, how has the kingdom been going?
I mean, it's been fair. It's definitely been fair. We've been traveling. We've been talking with these people for the past 2 days we've been here, and we're definitely better off than here. But you know, like there's the occasional goblin attack and whatnot, and there's the ever-going war that you need more, just more military forces, and we're just trying to get any edge that we can.
That Theo is beside himself.
Yeah, I mean, I wish we could do something for him, but it's either we're here looking for stuff, or we're there just slowly taking away the numbers.
Have you tried talking with the king in this country? I mean, you are a noble.
Well, we actually just came from the shoreline, and we tried to come in. We heard from the shoreline about the rumors of this, so we thought we'd make it here first, and then head our way up northward. And this is, I mean, it's kind of been a weird week we've been here.
I see. Well,
you guys got some strange creatures in these lands.
I expect they're as different as what we've seen back in our kingdom.
I've never seen a beholder. Trust me, I would have told you if I did.
Well, I would have imagined you would have known all those books you keep yourself buried in.
Thank you.
The weirdest things that we've ever seen have been like these little orange bug-like things, and just don't swing your sword at them. You have to use magic.
Orange bug-like things.
Orange bug-like things that just burns through metal. You have to use your magic. The only one who could hurt them was Benjamin.
Do a history check on that.
That would be a nature check. Nature check is to do animals.
Nature check. Okay.
I know what that is.
We all know what that is, but do our characters know what that is?
Characters might not know.
Well, that's a 9.
15.
You recognize these arachnid creatures. They're rust monsters.
Rust monsters.
Basically, they've got antenna and saliva that just erodes anything metal.
Rust monsters. I'm not sure why they eat metal, but I know what you say is true.
Yes, we didn't really have magic on our side. We kind of had to just shoot them.
Do you have anything to shoot with?
I mean, we've got Benjamin.
I thought Rippo had the staple gun.
I mean, that works too, but we didn't know what was going on. We were just testing things.
Whatever works.
Whatever works.
Well, I'm not there actually, so I should just say whatever works.
I can't imagine how you made it out of there.
Oh no, we ran out. We didn't. As soon as we noticed what those things were capable of, we did not stay.
Where'd you find them?
Oh, we just found them in some caves.
Where in relativity to this place?
Oh no, this was back in the Old Kingdom.
Oh.
Yeah, we were just traveling underground. We heard a little bit of the Underdark, and we thought, hey, there might be some good stuff down there. But then as soon as we saw those things, we said no.
So you service the local king to your area?
Yeah, the kingdom of Caribidor.
It's a great place. I would love for you guys to visit it, but you have other pressing matters.
Yeah, there's currently a war going on, and we're just trying to get the upper hand.
Something's always constant.
Opposite side does not want to pull any punches. They got animal hybrids over there.
What?
They take soldiers and they fuse them with these animalistic traits. They're really vicious.
So you kind of know what a gnoll is? That's like a hyena human. Think of it just being a hyena, or sorry, being a human, but with a hyena instinct. So it's not a gnoll exactly. And it's more like an experiment rather than a natural animal.
Sounds like a rather gruesome magic.
Oh, it's
That's what we're
real.
trying to fight, so...
It's why we got him. I just put my hand on Rippo, or shoulder. My hand on Rippo's shoulder.
Rippo is just, he looks back down, he looks to you.
I'm picturing something completely different in my head.
Think of Think of discount Iron Man made out of paper.
Oh no, I'm not talking about rip-off. I was talking about for the hybrids. I was thinking of a Chimera.
Chimera.
I mean, Chimera would be a rather accurate way
It's
of
in the
putting
ultimate
it.
Chimera.
By the way,
Mm-hmm.
I notice you don't have one of your guys with you. Did he not make it?
It's not that he didn't make it.
Oh my god.
We, oh yeah, don't worry. He would have been first on the cart. Maybe for the second trip. But,
Are you sure first? Looks to rip up. Are you sure first?
I meant second trip. We just, I think him and Oscar had a bit of a falling out, and, Tereki kind of tried looking for him, but all he found was a bag of gold, and,
You sure he didn't change himself into a bag of gold?
can he do that?
I don't think polymorph lets you turn an inanimate object.
No,
pretty
he
sure
doesn't.
not there.
We don't.
I'm talking over the table. I'm not here.
It doesn't.
I think he would have complained when we emptied him out.
Oh.
We were still able to find him though.
I followed the trail as well as I could, but it seemed to just end at the gold. I assume he left, flew off, teleported. I don't know. I'm sure he's capable of things he never tells us.
Think maybe Mold Earth.
Perhaps. If he wanted to be found, he would have made that obvious.
But yeah, we couldn't find him, so he had to leave him behind. He just we just kind of let him vent his frustrations.
Temperaments, Sue, and people sometimes just need time to themselves.
I suppose.
Believe me, you wouldn't imagine the amount of times that we just had to let Rippo, for lack of a better term, blow off some steam.
I do.
It's not what he did, it's the lack of things he did.
Oh no.
You know, when you miss and you get angry and you throw your weapon and you almost hit your allies.
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, but everybody has those off days.
Rip off, I sure better than that.
Hey, I am a man who knows his strengths and his weaknesses. I do not have the fault of a human. I should not miss. My programming is not entirely correct.
Doesn't mean that you can't just ain't hit it every time. I mean, Benji doesn't hit every time, and he was an engineer to also not miss.
I am human. Arab is human. And jab. Gun jab.
Alright. Well, I suppose either way, I'm glad that you guys are here.
It's all thanks to you.
After some drinks and rest, what did you think of coming to the capital with us?
That would be a capital idea.
Yes, well, we were already.
Why you laugh?
No reason. Simply found something humorous.
Oh. Does he do that always?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Doesn't really say a whole lot. Still fun to be around, though. Unless we start doing rests. Then he starts getting weird.
Alright.
You know exactly what I'm referring to.
I didn't realize that Victor's friend would just encompass the roast of all his party members.
Well, I mean, if it comes to me explaining what they are, I'm going to be honest about it.
I know it's just funny.
Well, we also did hear about a rather wealthy city, and we were possibly thinking of going there as well.
What city?
Some Rorks.
Oh, Rorkstein.
Darksters. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
We're probably thinking about going there and going kind of in a big loop sort of thing.
A loop?
Well, yeah, like go there and then go to the Eastern Kingdom and the North and whatnot. I mean, you do want to go and save the big city for last and sightseeing and whatnot. Not to mention, there's probably going to be loads of people there, and we're not looking for people, we're looking for stuff.
Yeah, I suppose you could try and maybe buy a couple wyverns down there.
Well, we didn't exactly get a lot of money from our last adventure, so that's kind of what we're looking for.
I wonder how south. the old castle is like southeast of Rorstein, yes?
Yes.
I do wonder how the old castle is not faring anymore.
Oh, last time we saw that, that place was completely dust.
Yep.
That was gone. That thing's gone.
We got snapped right out of existence.
Hey, how much money do you need?
Are you talking about to travel or to win the war?
Yes.
We're gonna need a lot.
How much do you have on you now?
Like they rifle through their pocket and just like, probably like 450.
I'll leave them 200.
You sure you don't need it?
I think you guys need it more.
I mean, this will be able to pay for more people to fashion weapons, so yeah. I mean, we've got a few scrolls that we're going to be probably sending out soon, but
What kind of scrolls?
you know, just like the basic fireballs and stuff like that, and utilities.
How many of those do you have on you?
So we got 2 fireballs, 3 flights, a few poison sprays, firebolts, a chain lightning.
Feels so strange not having Maximus here.
Oh, we've got this
I do.
one. I think it forms a house. But I know we're probably gonna sell that one to somebody else, probably in Rorstein.
How much is that scroll?
We got it for like 700.
Can I get a closer look at it? I do investigation to see what kind of scroll it is.
Arcana?
Arcana.
Arcana, right. Arcana check. Ooh, 18.
You just missed a nat 1.
Yes.
Yeah. It's Kenny's.
It's a scroll called Magnificent Mansion, and based on what the spell states, is once you cast it, for 24 hours, you spawn a door. The door opens up to its own pocket dimension of a mansion to the caster's description. So the caster can describe anywhere to a log cabin to a multi-leveled like hotel room. And stays that way for 24 hours. After 24 hours, everything that did not start in the mansion disappears and gets pushed out the door, and the door disappears. The only people who are allowed inside the mansion are the caster and anybody the caster welcomes in.
I just like lean over to Reiki. Reiki, how much money you got on you?
I have about 360 left.
360. I'll hand the scroll back to Jeremiah. Let's discuss this with the rest of them. I want to help them out, but I also don't want to do these things just to be handouts. I want to buy that scroll off of them.
Victor, I understand your plight, but we are also not as well funded as you might think.
I know, but they also need money.
We all need money. This never changes.
Rubo kind of grabs into Jeremiah's bag.
What?
You helped us, and I know we're friends, but I also saw how much gold you spent.
I'll take the scroll. Thank you, Rippo.
No, thank you. Not to mention, how's a house gonna win a war?
I mean, you could rest in this house.
We could rest in that house, but you can't really fashion an army.
Yes, that's a very good point. I just stow the scroll away.
Also, could you fancy an army coming out of a wooden dome in the middle of a plain, just sprawling out one by one? It'd be ridiculous.
That would be hilarious.
That would be really funny, actually.
That sounds kind of funny.
That's more like a sneak attack.
If only you could form castle gates.
No, we're trying to look for another item.
Huh? What item?
Instant fortification.
Not familiar.
Arcana check.
be knowledge or arcana or history.
Arcana or history. Well, both I have 1 on. It's a 5.
Meanwhile, I'm
You're
walking-
thinking people can make a fortress instantly out of bricks and mortar.
Wait, so what? You just like instantly build a fort?
The item does.
The item builds a fort.
It's magic.
Can't really argue with that one.
I don't know how it works. You just throw it and poof.
Jeremiah,
Just add
you
water.
study this kind of stuff.
I do, but it seems to be of a rarer quality. Not much is known about it. That's why we're trying to look.
Well, what kind of object is it?
It's supposed to be just a little figurine that you throw.
Figurine?
Yeah, and it's just like a little figurine of a fort and it expands.
Keep it in mind, anyway.
Yeah, I'm definitely writing that one down. What else do you plan on doing while you're here?
Basically just finding anything that could possibly help us.
Sorry, I just need to write all this down. An instant figurine for instant fortification. Okay. Imagine so it's basically a mobile fort.
Basically, you can carry it around.
Is there a bathroom inside it?
I'm assuming so.
Where would the key go?
I mean, probably away because of magic. You know, like some sort of plumbing that goes throughout the castle. That's inside the castle.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Just like, I suddenly start feeling very cold and distant for whatever reason. So I just start hugging them and be like, I miss you guys. I miss you guys so much.
They give you hugs. Like, Jeremiah gives you, like, the old comfort, like, oh, it's nice to see you again. Jeremiah gives you, like, the pat on the back, and then Rippo just stands there. Just approval. You know they've never really been, like, the chummy buddy, let's have a drink sort of guys.
No. Well, I know deep down he is, but he doesn't
Yeah,
really show it.
but it's also a new place, and even though he doesn't have blood, he's still trying to get used to not being petrified. So he's trying to be as still as possible. Yeah, by the way, that's gonna take a little bit. I can tell.
Well, you guys are only petrified for how long?
Well, I mean, we kind of just met you, and it was like a day, you guys, and then back, and then how many days you traveled? And,
About 3,
yeah, so
3 or 4 days.
Almost a week.
I can only imagine what it must be like for everyone else.
I know seasons have passed for at least one of them.
They're just drinking. They're actually chatting with each other.
A new party has been born. That'd be kind of wholesome.
What's the ETA on these two?
Oh,
By the way,
we'll get to that in a
More
moment.
transition.
Yeah, we were letting you just do all your stuff.
All right.
fast.
It's your story.
That's your people.
Well,
I realize a
I'm
lot
here to
of
be
my stuff
responsible
is
for it.
blurry on my character sheet, so I gotta fix it.
I only hope you guys are entertained too.
We're
Such
probably
good-
gonna spend like the next day or two just to make sure Rippo's fine, and then we're probably gonna head eastward. We'll make it to the city eventually, but right now we're kind of going in a spiral sensation.
We'll say that. Drenky, when are we seeing? Are we gonna be seeing the royal family again? I don't remember.
I mean, we're not exactly walk-in guests.
No, but we are waiting for them, right? Or waiting for something.
The letter? Oh, yeah, it's the letter.
Oh, so and we can just go anytime, right?
Yes.
That's a summons, right?
No, it's probably worth checking.
did have the letter, actually.
For what?
Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna suddenly remember. Oh wait, it was Maximus who has the letter. Oh.
I think I know where we're going to meet him.
Yeah. Because I was thinking, well, if you're looking for maybe some funds, you could join us to meet with the family.
I mean, royalty helping royalty after all.
I mean, we could certainly keep you updated when we actually meet them. As soon as we find out where Maximus went.
That's probably for the best.
But,
I think we're just going to reconvene here for the time being, and we could probably see the family.
if you see someone named Terrence, tell them that Victor said hi.
We'll be sure to mention you.
Even if I'm there, just tell them that Victor said hi.
We'll be sure.
But yeah, it's just so weird talking with you guys after all these years.
It has been quite a spell. I mean, none of us can cast spells, but I mean, yeah.
I'd love to join you guys back, but I kind of have business with them to take care of.
Yeah. I mean, you guys took on a beholder. You're definitely not the kid we saw you. And I mean, I'm a kid.
Yeah. We fought a giant eel too.
A giant eel.
I believe Maximus said it was a behir. Thing was tough.
I don't think I've ever heard of that before.
It shot lightning at Turedki with its breath.
Did that hurt?
I don't know. I didn't feel it.
Ah. He must be really powerful if he didn't feel lightning.
I was unconscious.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
Little bit reputation loss.
Oscar!
Zeus.
It's okay though, Oscar took good care of it. Put him right along the center.
Actually, it's worth checking.
What?
You have your fun. I'm going to go check on something.
Okay.
Perhaps I'll meet up with the others at Mother Gotham's if they're still there.
Alright, so I'm going to assume you're going to recollect time.
Yeah, basically.
Alright, so we will.
I wish I could have expanded more on, but you have such limited knowledge on this stuff.
I have limited knowledge and limited time.
Yeah.
So we will recollect you. You were heading out. You two. You're going right from the bar to Mother Gotham's.
Woohoo! I'm still sipping on my
Whoa.
Alright.
Wahi.
So you head to Mother Gotham, and you recognize three characters in the store. You recognize Mother Gotham, a tall, lanky African-American gentleman in black attire that she is labeled as his son.
His son?
Or, sorry, her son.
I know what you meant.
Yeah, I know.
And a 6 foot high elf in blue attire, all standing around a center table, talking to each other.
There you are.
Hey!
You're not there, so you don't.
Yeah, I know.
So you're telling me this was remove curse the whole time?
Of course it was remove curse. That's the only thing that I can put in these things.
So when I tried to cure wounds his leg,
There was no cure wound in it.
god damn. I'm gonna have to talk
I
to him.
literally, like she points to a sign, remove curse. And then just all of those dolls in a row. Like, that's all I sell. I don't do curatives. I told you, I am curses and diseases.
Getting old sucks.
Yes, it does, but you gotta keep your mind out of the gutter.
Indeed. So I'm gonna want to buy another one.
As you say that, open the door and you two are
Let's
behind.
see.
Oh, well, hi there, children. How are you today?
How's it going, Mother Gotham?
Ah, it's good.
Maximus, glad to see you safe and sound.
Yes.
We had feared, we were afraid of what happened if you had gone off somewhere, but we're glad to see you here.
I got something for you to look at.
No, of course.
I'm gonna reach in and be like, ring in the bottom of the bag.
Oh, I need to talk to you about that. Me and Mother Gotham, we're just talking about a fix. Don't touch it. It's cursed. Just warning.
Chinese chopsticks.
Very.
Ding, 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 ding. Have you come in contact with this item?
Yep.
Give me a minute.
You're not gonna spray me again or kick me out of the bed, are you?
Wait, what?
No.
Hold up.
She puts her hand over the object, and like her eyes roll in the back of her head. I can't actually do it, so I'm not gonna try.
At least you're honest.
How have you been feeling?
Fine. Tired. Angry. Sober.
Have you heard it said anything?
Nope, that hasn't said anything to me yet. Is it supposed to?
It might.
Just another voice in my head to hear.
It seems as though there's someone still in here.
Oh no.
You have
Oh,
a sense
no.
of who it
Hearing
could
that.
be? You have a sense of who it could be? Hold on, I'm just drinking whiskey.
Have you ever heard of Big Dick?
Don't tell me he still lives.
Yep. I know the biggest dick is.
It seemed as though he put some sort of implication on this ring.
And what implication would that be?
Well, whoever used the ring, they would get their wish. But they wouldn't keep their body afterwards.
Ah.
So let me guess. He encompasses the body after the wish or the person dies?
That's what it seems like. Probably one of his wishes was to put himself in here and make himself pseudo-immortal. So whoever uses the ring, he can take their body and continue on.
Okay. Is there any way to take that part off of it?
I'm gonna have to use multiple remove curses, but yeah.
How much does that run?
I mean, just 2 remove curses apiece. Remove curses is a 2nd level spell. So, 2nd level spells go for about 120, so that'd be 240, but you got your 20% on, so that should be about 24 off the dash, so let's just round it to 200.
You and me are gonna talk after this.
Mother Gotham, do you mind if I take up my new totems? Do you mind if I just do it?
By all means, it's your item.
I go over.
Back some way.
Remove.
Hold.
Don't hold.
After you did it.
Remove.
Yeah, you just see one puff of smoke, black powder of smoke, just go back into the ring. It kind of resisted the first one, but then the second one.
And there he goes. Into the ether.
Seems like a normal ring now.
Does it still have the wishing effect on it?
Oh yeah, that's not. You don't remove that with the curse. That's the item itself.
I won't pick it up.
All right, you picked up a ring of wishes.
Goody.
You like it? I can't say anything.
Anyhow, how have you been? Mother Gotham? Trying to attune to it?
I do not believe ring of wishes are attuned. But I will just double check
I
that.
don't know if that's magic or just some sort of weird power.
Ring of. Nope, just a ring.
Anything happen if I put it on?
Unless you really think hard about a wish, nothing should happen.
Okay. I'm debating upon putting it on or not.
I've been fair. I mean, I'm just running the store and they're shopping. My mind is just A little bit hazy as of late, but as you said, old age.
Sucks.
Yeah, indeed it does. I think I might travel soon.
Where do you think about going?
Oh, I can go anywhere, darling.
You can poof there?
If I really concentrate, I think I'm traveling the countryside. You know, just take a break. This place is not saying that I don't get an income here, but
Well, really?
my son has suggested that maybe I take a little bit of time off to myself, maybe visit the city, maybe just go for a nature walk or two.
Well, we're
I'm
heading
glad
to
for
the
that.
capital soon.
My son might join you because he has to go back up there.
I'm just gonna look at him. Can you hold your own if something happens?
They definitely won't see me coming.
Okay.
And if anything, you can join my shop.
Your shot.
Well, yeah, that's if you remember the last time you were here, I was trying to get my mama back up there.
Well, where's your shop located?
My shop's in the lower district of the main capital. I run an illusionary shop.
Okay, I'll swing,
I might need some shop
swing
in there.
by after I'm there.
Of course. Any friend of my mama's a friend of mine.
Oh yeah, we can do anything from Mother Gotham. I know this guy would especially.
Believe me, I would too. Even if she weren't my mama. You damn right you would.
That's
Truly special.
that's a very realistic mom right there.
I just mainly wanted you to look at the ring, Mother Gotham.
Oh, of course.
It hasn't been 7 days.
It's been 6.
It's been 6, but yeah, you get a feeling that mama's tired.
Yeah. That's fair.
I mean, there have been quite a few people coming along because they just wanted to see what the nature of the city's going to be, and if they're willing to stay here now.
That is if they're willing to listen about the stones.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you kids. I don't entirely know the integrity of the city. I don't know how long it's going to be standing up. I don't know if it's going to be sitting no more. I'm not entirely sure. I've seen some people's visions where literally this place is burned to the ground.
It's probably gonna just turn into a mineral mining town.
Maybe not even that, if that obelisk is still there.
Anyhow, you have a good night, Mother.
I mean, it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That's when you want to go to bed. I ain't eating prune juice, you are.
I'm just gonna step outside the front door and just kind of wait.
Till next time.
Till next
Guess
time,
I'll
kids.
make my way too. Have a good afternoon.
You enjoy
And I
it.
join them.
And then they just go converse back over the table.
Well, I'm sure the others will be glad to know that you're back.
Did they find the sack?
By about this time, the Red Key comes stumbling and sees you guys gathered outside of the goblins.
Look who we found.
Oh. Did you fly out of there or something?
2 sacks was too heavy.
You could have left a note.
I waited 5 hours.
I waited for 5 hours.
I told him specifically I would wait 5 hours, then griffin away.
Oh, wait, he turned to a griffin and flew away?
Anyhow, that sack of gold you left behind went to getting other people back to full health.
That's for the best.
Oh, and I'm gonna show you, I found this. Big Dick Love.
His right hand.
You
Yes.
know,
Right hand of the big.
I've been traveling for a while, we're getting ready for some serious conversation and down to earth talk. And the first thing you say to me is, I have a big dick glove.
Well, it's Big Richard's right, or yes,
Great Richards.
Great Richard's right hand. Apparently it lets me do a little more damage, but I get tired.
It's like, hey, we need to bring up the
Hold your hand out for a second. Identify.
Basically what the glove allows him to do, it's an attunable item, but you get a free action surge per day but after you use that action surge, you take a point of exhaustion.
You know how to shoot lightning really fast?
Yep.
It's that, but you get really tired right after.
Great. Speaking of you shooting,
Yes.
yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
I bought a room. Let's go.
We're staying at Ghibli, so you'll be rent free.
I like nicer rooms.
But
There's a table.
Inconsequential.
And a bed.
I understand.
I like beds.
Ghibli has a bed.
Ghibli has
I've cleaned that bed. It is not a bed.
no amount of Presto can get rid of what's happening there.
especially since he was living there for God knows how long alone. Lord knows what happened on that bed.
Yeah.
I've used Presto
I
so
love
many
it, that's
times
the-
on this place, it's practically not a
yeah.
cantrip anymore.
I've used 9th level prestidigitation.
Oh god, that cleans up the entire world.
I don't even think you can cantrip 9th level.
To clean that bed.
No, that you have to use the Ring of Witches
Wait, no,
on.
I don't.
Oh no.
Wait, no, I
Anyhow,
don't think you can level up cantrips.
That's
at
what I'm
all.
saying. I don't think you can do a 9th level
That would be
cantrip.
funny. That would be
No.
funny though. That would be very funny.
Alright, so it's about like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You guys head on back to. Oh, sorry.
Before it leaves my mind, did you notice that the storm cloud is gone?
I'm gonna roll. Did I notice on my travels? Because I would have
You're
obviously
gonna-
looked.
You're gonna test.
Let's
See
see
that? I'd hope so. You're flying that direction.
26.
There's no storm cloud.
Strange. It was there when we went in.
You've actually asked around. It was like a day after you left north. Did it head back east?
So I think it found what it was looking for, or it got tired of looking. Or it wasn't a giant and it was an actual storm.
All
That
possible.
too.
If it was moving
Never
back and
know what
forth.
hurricane's gonna blow by.
It's probably a giant. Being positive.
Or a bard with a magic harp. Beer lives on.
Alright, so you guys collect yourselves and you head back to the inn, which is over the tavern. You guys now have your party, and you are just conversing, just telling stories of what's been happening. Do you wish to regale them about the evil character in question, or are you going to leave that part out?
I see no harm in informing them what we're up
Alright,
to.
so you tell them about Magdala, and yeah, so
Like, she was hot.
yeah,
Not my type, though.
you guys
She
come
was
back
hot.
into like, so you've met this girl, you almost died, and you haven't seen her since?
Yeah, basically.
And how do you plan on tracking her down?
We're kind of just ad-libbing that one.
Ah.
We're
Talk to the king and talk to.
Oh, I did not recognize you guys came back. Hello. Oh, he is back. Good to know.
This is over the top.
And
Maximus.
and thank you.
No problem.
What was that dude's name? That was a high alchemist. I don't have my notes.
The High Alchemist.
The fire sage.
Fenris.
Thank you. What was his
Oh
name?
yeah.
Fenris.
Fenris.
Thank you.
His apprentice is evil.
Yeah, as a friend. Yeah, we're trying
His
to get a hold of.
Previous.
Previous
You
apprentice.
can probably safely assume that he's gotten a new one since.
Who hopefully isn't
Is
evil.
ex-apprentice a term?
Technically, yes.
Yes,
No,
in a
actually,
way.
it's like I just like casually place my arm around Jeremiah's shoulder. It's like, Jeremiah, I don't want you to become like that dude, okay?
Like which one?
The one, the traitor apprentice. When it
The
became evil.
lady.
You mean the lady? You said
Yes,
dude.
the lady.
I mean, I'm all for activism, people being who they want to
I
be.
mean, I
They
don't
want to
really
be.
see-
I'm not against that or
I
anything.
don't see much of a difference.
Yeah, I mean, nor do I. I mean, just don't look at me. And,
Either way, don't become like her.
oh no, of course I won't. I mean, I won't try, but I can only safely assume from what has gone on in this country that sometimes people turn awry.
I just like slowly lean in.
Has he been drinking?
But
Has who been drinking?
That's why I'm whispering.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking. What was his name?
Jeremiah?
Jeremiah.
Maybe some apple juice. We haven't given him alcohol, and not me either. I'm not old enough.
What is the age of drinking here?
It's like 18.
Yeah.
Medieval times.
Medieval
times.
It's like
Well, medieval times they probably allow you to drink
there
as soon as
probably
you're old
is
enough to
no.
fight.
There probably is.
I'm going off of like Scottish Irish.
Yeah.
Wait, did they have age restrictions back then?
In medieval days, I think as long as you could pick up a sword, you could drink.
Yeah, I'm saying like Scottish Irish now.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm not going to look up historically accurate drinking ages for my D&D game, okay?
Why not? It's authenticity.
You and Jeremiah
Unless
are
you viewers would
drinking.
like to do that for us.
Hmm.
Oh no.
Please don't.
Yeah. I just, just between you and me, you never heard anything about the Bakir. I just remembered about there's a storm cloud outside. And
It's gone.
it's a pet to the.
The cloud's gone.
I'm whispering this to Jeremiah. You don't hear
If you want to hear it, roll perception.
He is out.
God damn, 26.
He is
Yeah,
out.
you're hearing it.
Yeah. The cloud's gone.
The cloud's gone.
The cloud's gone.
Huh.
Yeah, we figured out apparently the Bakir belongs to something called a storm giant.
Yes.
And we've been hearing reports of a storm just going back and forth in the forest. It's gone now, though.
Is he recruitable?
No.
Oh.
You can try.
I wouldn't.
Hmm.
Do you like dying?
Ripple's just like, no.
Then don't attempt it.
Hmm.
Duly noted.
Well, that is probably pissed at us for killing his pet. Or me.
Let that be unsaid.
You still have the thing?
I have his fang and claws. I made a necklace out of him.
Oh.
Oh.
Are you sure? Yeah, you'd be wearing that.
It's under my.
Don't wear it around any storm giants.
Does it smell?
It's probably been clean since.
I don't know. We've
I
been.
pressed at everything.
I can't really recall last time we actually bathed.
It's
It
big.
would probably have BO. It wouldn't have stink of the Bakir because you have actually bathed since then. You've also fallen into like 2 water sources
Alright, that's
or
fair.
void.
Void.
So it doesn't smell of Bakir anymore.
Lay on hand. My leg.
Yeah, it's been having the rhythmic heartbeat.
For those of you that have missed that, I am cursed with void damage into my leg. Fucking Knowles.
He has a tumor. The size of if you were to cut a softball in half and like lay both, it's just that size.
Wait, he's just wearing that over his armor?
Under the armor, just
Under the
I got
compressed.
the
Yeah.
necklace under, but yeah, I got a bandage tied around my leg and I just smack it like.
I didn't even consider how uncomfortable it was.
That's why I drink.
Yeah,
Whiskey helps.
I drink to forget, but I need more every time.
I'm actually almost out of this bottle too. I have like 5 drinks left.
It's a special brew, isn't it?
It's they're 200 proof whiskey.
Oh.
I think we're gonna take a walk to stretch our legs.
Alright. I'll, oh wait, guys. Do you think these guys could maybe accompany us when we finally address the letter?
Or they come to the they head to the capital.
They're planning on heading out to the north and then making a big circle around to the major cities.
We don't have much say in the matter. If the letter specifies us as
Yeah.
a party,
Does
I wouldn't
specify
mind
us?
them. I take it out and read it.
You take it out and notice that it has a seal on it.
Oh,
right.
I do.
Well, they could be just added help we acquired on the road.
I suggest they can come up with a city, but this should be us.
Okay, that's fair.
No harm in helping them along the way there.
They're currently looking for recruitments.
That's right. I don't mind them coming with us to the city.
Oh yes, the city probably has
I
plenty
know.
of adventurers that probably need someplace to fight for. Or
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at
Nice.
Places that they're willing to cross the ocean for?
Yeah, I'm
If they pay enough
looking
money,
like,
maybe.
Maple will serve you guys good.
Oh yes, I got us in record time actually.
Yes, Maple does that.
Mabel's a good girl. It's a girl, right?
No.
The guy.
Darn.
The good guy.
It seemed like a celestial being.
Yeah, it's a celestial horse. It has no.
So then it doesn't
Moose.
actually matter.
It's
Yeah,
a celestial
My
moose.
celestial moose.
So then it doesn't actually matter how I address it.
Nope.
It's like, it's a moose.
It's whatever it wants.
There we go.
Well, technically, it's Cosmos.
Technically, it is.
It's a good cosmos.
Yeah.
It's like, good.
That's a discussion for another time. I don't think we're
Yeah.
talking about astronomy and cosmos and shit like that.
The gender of
It's
the
a
cosmos.
Sagittarius.
Put that in the comments on YouTube.
Anyway, continuing.
Yeah, when we're ready to go out, we can inform you.
We'll just be somewhere in the town, probably.
Well, I
Well,
guess.
Gotham is a good place to go to.
Oh, yes.
Well, she's kind of shut down for the rest of the day. It's kind of relaxing.
I mean, we've seen her place. It looks a little shady.
You said you were looking for a certain ring, right?
We were looking for anything that could help us. That's why we went to look for the Ring of Wishes.
They're
And
looking for
you're going to sell it?
Oh no, we were going to use it.
Okay.
I mean, a Ring of Wishes. We're kind of fighting a war on our continent. We kind of need any help we can get.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Granted, we know not to use the ring and be like, we wish we win the war, because it could literally wipe out the entire continent. We would have won. We're not going to use it like that.
Yes. Anywho, maybe we'll find something that'll help you on the road.
They're actually are looking for something. They're looking for like a fort that turns into a bigger fort.
We can talk about that on the road.
Okay, so roll later.
Anyhow, what time of day is it right now?
3:30, 4 o'clock.
I have nothing I want to do, so if we kind of want to speed roll this, like I have nothing else I want to do. If we just want to bump it to the next day.
There is
Well,
room.
you guys wanted to go to your room and talk.
I thought we were in your room.
No, you
No,
guys
we're
are in
in
the
the
bar.
I'm like tapping my toe by the stairs,
There's
looking at my
actually
watch.
one
Right.
thing I
Important,
want
life-changing
to do.
conversations.
Yeah, you and me are going to the top.
Everyone's going up the
Yeah.
top.
There is one thing I kind of want to do
You and
before
me.
we do any of
I have
that.
something for
I
everyone.
want to make a quick
You
stop at
two
the
first,
teacher
we'll
shop
join
and
you.
ask about the
You
surgery.
can meet outside
Oh, you can do that before you leave, yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so
Alright.
like, can I do it now or?
Actually, my talk kind
He kind of wants to
it
talk
can-
to
It can wait. All right, fine. It
Yeah,
can wait.
no need to RP, but I'm gonna chat up our 2 new additions.
So, are you all going up now, or?
I'm staying down to chat with the
I
newcomers.
mean, what I have to say is for the whole group.
Oh, fair enough.
Why not say?
They're still drinking.
It's not for the world, it's for the group.
Oh, I see.
Which is your world.
Sorry, somehow I got a splinter from the table.
Alright, so you all head upstairs, and Maximus kind of afforded
Nicer.
the pseudo master suite, so you guys aren't like crowded around one bed and a table.
So, throw my sack of gold, my other 2 sacks, and my hat on the bed.
You can actually see
Wait, you were
Minimus
carrying
kind
it
of lighting the
all the time?
candles and trying to just get the room ready. And
Okay.
she fluffs up the
Speaking of sack, your
pillows.
sack.
Hey, keep the sack. I'm gonna sit in the bed next to stuff. And put my
What?
stuff.
What? Was there anything else in the sack? of gold?
Besides gold? No.
Okay.
I kept everything else. So, what is it you needed to tell us?
Minimus sits on one of the lanterns and just like swings her legs back and forth.
Windows shut, door shut, everything good.
Everything's good.
Well, had a lot of time to think. I have done more wrong than any of you all here. That is for certain. I continue to do wrong, and wrong and death follows me like a shadow. I was a shit noble, so I became a soldier. I led all my men to death, so I was a shit soldier. My brother killed my entire country for power and want. He then tried to kill me, so I was a shit brother as well. So a shit noble, a shit soldier, a shit brother. I then come over here to start a new life. Make things right, maybe track down my brother. I meet you all. Things are great. Things are looking up. Until we go looking for a pendant. When we're in that room, fighting that wizard, I went back to my old self, and I went to go get that pendant because I was the wizard. I was the one who could break that magical seal and save the pendant, and I trusted you all to wreck that witch. By the time I got to the door, not only did I look back and see my entire team almost dead or saving each other, I heard a voice of a soul locked in the pendant. I failed to save my team, my new family, and the soul of someone very important to this kingdom. And it just went downhill from there.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me during this
I was
entire thing.
looking at him.
Yeah, I'm staring straight ahead, but yes, I am listening, don't worry.
Well, look this way, look at you. Next, I make a friend in town. Someone who has the same interest in me. He gets possessed by the void and loses an arm. I take partial responsibility for that, for even pointing the stuff out to him.
You did lose it in an awesome way, though. You blew a fucking alligator.
He was still... Losing an arm is not awesome, Oscar.
Oh no, that was over the table.
I know.
That was over the table.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna
I want to lose a limb. I want to lose a limb.
Back
Back
in the-
blowing up an alligator.
It's like Crocodile Bundy way of doing it.
Anyhow, sorry, man.
I failed to defend my best friend, not once, but twice, letting Oscar get bit in the leg and infected. I couldn't get rid of the infection or stop it from happening. Then we get to our latest adventure, fighting something I've wanted to fight for many, many years. And I shoot at my best friend.
Yeah, what the fuck was with that?
I'm a high elf. I should not be able to charm so easily. But
So you were
With-
charmed.
age, I'm just weaker than I was.
Okay, so that still makes a little sense, but if you were charmed, how come you didn't attack everybody else?
Like I said, I'm
But
weaker.
did I die?
Not this time.
How many times have you shot me?
Twice in reality. 4 in
we're not-
theoretical land.
We're not counting that dream sequence yet.
That was a dream.
Oh, okay.
I've shot you
What dream
twice.
sequence?
What dream
What are you
sequence?
talking about?
Gonna clarify that real fast.
There's
There's
only
a dream
you.
sequence when we had the battle royale and I won.
It was
And
just
the first time was a consenting match between the two of us. The second time was completely my fault.
yeah. That was like the gladiatorial that he shot you with lightning.
Mm.
That was
And I threw you in lava.
That was
That was-
that
that was
was
dream
backwards.
sequence.
That was backwards.
Different gladiator
Bleeding.
thing.
Sorry, memory. It's like so much has been going on.
Yeah, there was,
when he first shot you with lightning. That was when you guys were in Merkston and you were in the underground arena.
Oh,
Yeah.
I barely remember that.
That's where I got my
Oh,
hat.
Yeah, that's where we got the.
Yeah.
And where you guys
Okay. Sorry.
met the black
I'm
carpet.
catching up as well.
Yeah,
in character now.
Officially, you have shot him technically 2 times. One because of a brawl. One because you were charmed.
Okay, first, I didn't know you were angry about the first time. I thought we were in a match.
The first time it was you versus me and I wanted to win.
Okay. If you hold that one against me seriously, I'll add that to the list of shit I fucked up.
It was a fight between you and me. We
Okay.
kind of got pitted together.
Then that one is off my list of shit I fucked up. But this one,
The Knoll thing shouldn't even be on that list. We were in a fight against a village of Knolls.
I should have been strong enough to defeat it before it bit you.
How did I know it was gonna bite? You see what I wear?
The only things don't get through that. Dogs bite. Moving on. This one. One, I'm definitely weaker than I used to be.
Okay.
In my head, it was, you were all my friends, so if you fought each other, I would try and defend whoever shot first. I was strong enough to shoot once in a matter of seconds, and you were the one that shot at it.
So that's why you hesitated. That makes a little more
I
sense.
didn't want to shoot any of my friends, and for some reason, its charm worked, and I thought it was my friend.
I recognize it. Look, I have the training to overcome these things.
During this
Shot
whole
in the air.
conversation, Victor, you still You know you're in this room with your friends, but you still have a sense that you're being watched.
Can I do a perception check? Or a wisdom check or something?
You can do
Anyhow,
perception.
while he makes that roll, since you and me are back and forth, I'm gonna tell you this now. You shoot me one more time, you're not gonna have
Perception.
I will kick you so hard,
25.
your ancestors will feel it.
These dice are starting to
You're
move.
not-
Ball to the front, kind of.
Maybe somebody's in the window.
Anyhow, I'm willing to let bygones be bygones, but I'm still,
Oh well.
anything magical, I'm gonna be wary of you. You're the only one that can do that much damage to me. So, if I get hit by another spell from you again, I don't know what I'll do. I'm still mad, but I understand a little more now. I'm more mad at the Behir. God damn it, not the Behir. The Beholder.
You hear beholder, what's the difference?
I mean, the Behir also.
A
shot you.
lot.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Victor.
My God.
To be fair, the
That's
Behir
more
also
than
shot you with
man.
lightning, so.
It seems to be a reoccurring thing that happens to me.
Oh
It's
god.
fire this time.
the thing about the guy getting
That's why I'm not as pissed. Because if it had been lightning, I would have been fuming because that would have been a sixth time I've been shot with a lightning bolt.
You're a
It is not fun.
Neither is fire.
I can deal with fire.
Note to self: only use lightning magic casters for the rest of the campaign.
Better yet,
Ye
lightning-
gods, why you
lightning
do this?
based
I
damage.
really wish
the
I
entire
wish the deal would
campaign.
stop.
Now to that
Oh.
ring. That thing has the
Like-
power that corrupted my brother.
Yeah.
I don't trust absolute power.
Okay.
I'm speaking of
I have an
house-
idea for it.
I have an idea, but I'll hear yours first.
Now, as a group, I take it we're broke. No?
I mean, he has, but
I have 800. He
I have
has
800.
800.
I have a few hundred.
I spent the last of my money to get.
You definitely have the most, but we're not broke.
I mean, we used 500 of yours.
We're going to the big city. We need money.
well, just give some to him. We should be fine.
No.
Now,
I'll earn my own
let me
money.
finish.
Right? Fair enough.
There's something we might need for this group.
Oh.
It's an item that will help all of us out greatly
Two things I need.
because it'll make it very easy to carry a lot of things.
What is this?
It's called a bag of holding.
Oh, goodness.
What?
It's
Don't all bags do that?
no, but this is a bag with like a separate dimension that holds
Oh.
anything you want in it.
Who's gonna hold it?
I'll
I was gonna hold it because
whatever works. You're the
I think
wizard.
Oscar should hold it.
Not that I don't doubt your judgment in the matter, but
Yes, with
And
my
I will-
turtle shell of shields on my back.
the point is
Mm.
we collect a lot of shit. May it be from my research, his weapons.
I've been trying to sell these for like 10 sessions now.
Well, they can all fit in this thing. Your arrows and your new tech magic.
So what
I know
are you
you're
trying to
old.
get to? What are you getting at?
Save money and get rid of the ring. Just wish for the back.
not that I don't doubt your judgment in this matter, but, and I will just say this, the alternative is we walk up to the king and Fenris himself with a wish.
As much as I like the idea, I don't want to give anyone this much power.
That you're fine with using.
For something this small, it'll be gone.
But what if they see their thing as small?
It's a ring of wish.
It's
That's
all
absolute
it's all
power.
relative. That's the problem with absolute power. It's all relative.
So either destroy it, or use it for something small, but it shouldn't leave this city.
I'm gonna ponder on that one.
Well,
How much
is
bag
it?
holdings usually cost?
You have no idea.
It's powerful magic. It costs a few thousand probably.
I think it was like 5,000 for one bag.
Yes.
Over the tabletop.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyhow, my thought was to take it to the king and make an offer.
Giving a king absolute power
This isn't absolute.
corrupts absolutely.
This is not absolute power.
It's a wish.
It is a wish.
That's absolute power.
It depends on how you make the wish.
Yeah.
It can be anything.
It
Wish.
can be anything.
That's
why,
why it's dangerous.
That's why it might be necessary. We don't know just how powerful Magdalene is. We may need it. We probably will need the power to shape reality.
What if we need to say, I wish that person doesn't use a teleportation spell to get away? That might be important.
I've said my piece. I don't want that ring to leave this city. And I don't want it to be used for anything large. Something small.
I'll ponder it, and I'm the one with the ring, so. Trust me, I have nothing to wish for.
Undoubtedly
I have
dangerous.
nothing I want. Well, trust me, there's things I want, but I know the limitations. Which, by the way, you stole my warhammer.
Yeah, the club.
Hmm?
Yeah, the club.
No, he actually has my warhammer. Or it was my character's father's. There is one thing I do need. I need a pole arm.
Oh, so those are probably easy to get in Orcs then.
Probably not easy to get here.
We're going to the capital.
Yes, we're going to the capital, so while we're there, the markets probably have plenty of just basic pull-ons.
Let me think on your offer.
Another
I'll
thing
think on
is
it over the night.
just over the table. Lots of bags of money, 5 shields, a hammer, 3 swords,
Let me ponder it over the night.
and then it gets really weird.
I just wish for the ring to be gone.
That sounds a bit counterintuitive, and also like that's very, very, very specific. You need a lot more specifications.
You know what I mean.
I'll
Like,
explain why
obviously, that's not all you're gonna wish for.
I'll-
Have more specifications to
I'll
it.
explain why you don't do that later. I'll explain that on the break. About what time of day is it now?
It's still 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Okay. Well, I don't know if we've been talking for a few hours.
That's how long you had your talk for.
We've been talking for as long as we've been talking.
Anyhow,
It's like one of the only cases that's actually happening.
Yes.
I've said my piece on exactly how I feel about that. About you shooting me again, this time without lightning. I am still upset with you. Did you fail me? I don't feel you did. Were you charmed? Yes. Did that upset me? Yes. Do I trust you? A little less than before, but that's based on the charming. I will still fight with you, and I will still fight for you. But you need to understand, no matter what anything says, we, the people in this room, and Ghibli, who is a little mole at the moment, yeah, I'm still getting used to that.
Tell me about it.
Hey, you still there?
We are your party. We are your friends. We are your family. You forget about your brother. If we run into him, we will take care of him with you. Just like we help with his friends. We help each other out. We don't attack each other. Unless we're pitted against each other in an arena. That is no holds barred.
Let's not go no holds barred.
Maximus,
Well, I'm not gonna fight you to the death. You're too punchy for me.
Maximus, all I ask of you is that don't stop making a list on things you fucked up. Stop making a list on things you don't want to fuck up and try not to. Because what you have fucked up, there's no real going back. And you definitely wouldn't want to use the ring to go back and fix them, of course. So there's no way of going back and fixing them. So don't dwell on it. Just use them to make sure you don't make the same mistakes again, and that's all we can really ask. We've all made probably very horrible mistakes in the past, and we just have to learn to not do it again. And as long as you promise that you won't do any of that stuff again, then we can't really hold you responsible.
As long as I'm not the one you shoot.
As long as See, as long as you don't shoot him with magic again.
I just can't promise against charms.
That was understandable.
Yes.
I can promise against everything else, but I can't.
Just make sure if you're charmed, try not to use magic on people.
I think I remember hearing my father talking about something like that when I was a kid. In the mines, they ran into octopus tentacled mouth things that would mess with brains.
Nature check.
Nature check.
I can't remember what they. I can't remember what they were.
What kind of
Natural
monster?
20.
That was a prolonged pause for a natural 20.
It's a weird looking dice, okay?
Which is actually.
I always use my elven dice. It's lucky.
Yes, I'm talking about my
You've
flare.
never encountered them, but you understand what a mind flare is.
What kind of thing is it?
You know, I can't account for
So, it's a humanoid, but purple skin
Well, I mean
and
basically like.
Cthulhu face.
I basically mean like
Fiend,
fiend, aberration.
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 Yeah, that was a
Okay,
little
then I've got
confusing.
everything on it,
But it's rolled
unfortunately.
like 18, like over 30 times.
Nice.
Essentially, a mind flare is one of the masters of the mind. Under the name mind flare.
Basically, if it's a undead fiend, I have.
Anyhow, back to what I was saying.
Okay, so remember that whole promise I just made?
My father told me that there's items to help things that mess with minds not mess with your mind. If we could find something, I think you'd be fine. I think we all would benefit from that.
We're gonna need a lot of money, and good thing we're going to the capital.
Yeah, we're about to go fucking work for the king.
I have some shopping to do.
But you know the creature I'm talking about, right? I can't remember what it is.
Oh yes, I do. I've read about them.
What's their name? Because it's gonna bug the shit out of me.
It's called a mind flayer.
Thank you.
I think with a nat 20, you would know the real name. Maybe?
Basically, everybody calls it a mind flare.
Everyone calls it mind
I
flare,
think
but if
the
they
name-
call themselves illiterate.
Well, I think the name is self-evident there.
They're brain slurps.
Brain slurps.
No, that is not on my list of creatures I want to fight.
Basically, anybody who encounters them, if they're of weak of mind or weak of heart,
I'll be
they're
right back.
just not themselves ever again.
Here's
Damien,
Ah.
is anybody else? It is still about 5 o'clock. Okay.
Yeah.
Speak up instead of raising your hand.
Is anybody else
This
doing
is
anything
sufficient.
here in this room?
Yes.
Okay.
Maximus,
Yes.
since we're talking about things you screwed up, at least as far as you're concerned, there's been something that's been on my chest, and I want to say it now. A while ago, you promised you would help me get this, just
Yes.
sort of. But when we were in that ballroom, you broke that promise. You didn't hurt me physically. You didn't hurt me. I didn't lose an arm, I didn't get a bruise, I didn't even so much as get a slap. But I think you did something that's equally as bad. You broke my trust. And I'm not sure if I can trust you again after that. And that's about it.
That is understandable.
I don't know if you can regain it.
You can
But
certainly try.
after this, I'm willing to give you a shot. I go into my bag and I pull out one of the hearts that you were supposed to dispel. Can you help me get rid of the rest of these?
Go grab my bag. They're all still in there. Minimus. Spell.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Look,
There you
she
go.
kind of just flicks it away.
Well, that's a start. I still have 2 more.
Yes, you have 2 more.
Why are you looking in your bag?
Because I had all the hearts.
So you
I
have the
see.
main
Yeah, you handed him the hearts.
No, I
didn't you?
didn't.
I had all the hearts that had stuff on them still.
You had the ones that were clean.
No, I had all 6 of them on me, including the ones I got dispelled.
Oh no, you had a few of your own, I thought.
I had all the ones with stuff on
And
it,
yeah.
and I was keeping.
We'll
We'll
technicalities,
discuss that
we'll
later.
discuss that in a little bit. Anybody else wish to say anything?
Thank you.
Just gonna have my character be like, look, I'm sleeping on your floor. Lay down and go to sleep.
There's a
Just
bed.
flops right on the ground.
Well, I figured a bed for any of the other people.
There's a few beds in here.
Yeah.
You kind of bought like the master suite.
I did.
Oh, yeah.
Good on. That's kind of why I bought the master suite.
Alright, well, I'm gonna let him go. Come, please, and lay down.
All right. So everybody has said their comeuppance. Nobody wishes to say anything else. The day is not done, but I feel like now would be a good time for a break since it is 7 o'clock. So we will be back momentarily, about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
7:15.
Keep up the comments if they're there.
See you next bad time, next bad place.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Piss!
Yeah.
I know, that's where I was going. I didn't know it was close.
I need you just to wait.
Yeah.
We're trying to do 7 o'clock.
I should check my. You know, I should probably check my phone to make sure no one has destroyed me.
Welcome back. He's just
Yeah.
trying to charge up his laptop.
Yeah, it's,
See, that's why I'm old school.
Right.
Paper and book.
almost made it.
All right.
Even though my book's falling.
So
Oh.
it's dinner time. Woo! Who's doing what for the rest of the evening?
I'm gonna get a bite to eat downstairs.
All right. I'm gonna get a bite to eat.
I'm just gonna be sitting in the room thinking.
I was gonna get in a short spiel out of our drinkers downstairs.
All right.
Walking around town.
All right.
We're eating and doing whatever.
Yeah, it's dinner time.
I guess I could sit down and eat, and then after that, I guess I.
You do notice your friends have left the bar.
It's fine. I would take it that a lot of shops are closed by now, right?
They're closing, but since it's still dinner time, like you've maybe got an hour left.
It can wait tomorrow. I'll just go ahead and hunker down and eat.
All right, you get a meal at the bar. All right.
Alright, how much is it?
It's like $1 or $2.
Alright.
Food and drink combined.
Here, we're even now.
All right. Is there anything that you're specifically doing while pacing around the town?
Looking for anything shady. It's been a while, and
Shadiest thing's probably you.
looking for abyssal shady.
You suddenly come across Mother Gotham.
All right. Perception.
That one.
Yeah, the shadiest thing is just the lack of light.
Oh.
Your faintly familiar sound of a cat meowing.
Familiar cat.
Saber. Back to the hotel.
Familiar cat meowing, huh?
Mr. Whiskers is back from the dead.
Oh god, I'm dead.
Abyssal cat zombie.
You know what? I'm not
You
fighting
know, that would actually be really funny if
I'm
I
not
actually-
fighting that once.
Oh my fucking god.
Alright, is there anything else anybody's doing for the rest of the evening?
I peer into the darkness and the darkness stares back.
No, you peer into the darkness and all you see is yourself.
Wait, here?
You're not sure if it's a reflection or a copy.
Oh god.
I do perception to see if this is because of the beholder.
You failed the perception check.
Alright!
Parallel universe. It's like Futurama when they're starting out at the edge of the universe, they just see down with cowboy.
Oh my god.
Skew with the cowboy.
Anything else for the rest of the evening?
No.
Alright, so you make it to the next morning. You guys have yourself in the hotel room. What is the go-rounds? Peeps.
So I take it we're traveling today?
Well, depends on if the others want to come.
You good with that? That's what I would have done while sitting in the room, waiting. While everybody else was gone.
I'm guessing it's private.
Wow, I wonder what I'm doing.
Do you wish to actually do this that night?
Probably do it in the morning with everybody there.
Alright then.
I'm gonna use the ring of wishes for 3 bags of holding and one of the bags that have at least $10,000 worth of gold in it.
That's your wish?
That's precise. Just somehow.
That the bags aren't stolen from anybody.
And make sure it's near us. So they'll disappear.
Into this room,
Okay, yes.
like on the table, I would like them to appear.
That's why you're in town.
So,
Yes, because wording is key.
Yes. Yes, it is.
After the wish has been done, does it just become a normal golden band ring?
No, make the
No.
wish.
I make that wish.
so
Part of me is kicking myself in the ass for this, but I'm doing it for the betterment of the group.
you grasp onto the ring of wishes and you concentrate about being really specific with your wish.
Yes.
In wording, what is the exacting of your wish?
In wording, the exacting of my wish for to have 3 bags of holding, 1 green, 1 black, 1 hot neon pink. In the black bag, I would like there to be 10,000 gold pieces. 10,000 pieces of gold of actual money, not random
Gold
nuggets and
pieces.
chunks. 10,000 actual gold pieces
Gold coins.
in the bag, or spread out through the bags if the 10,000 can't fit into one.
It's a bag of holding. You could fit in a lot.
It can hold up to 500 pounds.
500 pounds and 64 cubic feet.
So you gotta be.
Oh, I see. That's
Yes.
Yeah.
And I would
10
like
bags might be better.
them to appear on the table in front of me. For me and the party to be able to
This location, right here, in this table,
Yes.
this is.
on the table in front of me.
Alright. You rub it, and you concentrate. And you focus, think to yourself, black, green, neon pink. Black, green, neon pink. And you can see it in your head. The 3 bags just like floating in midair. And you envision the table in front of you. And then the room forms into your vision. And the bags gently just float down and land on the table. And you open your eyes, and there are 3 bags, 1 black, 1 green, 1 neon pink, that lay on the table.
Okay.
You do recognize that they each have faces on them. One is calm, collective, kind of a little droll. It's the green one.
I know that.
The other one is like happy, just smiling, peering just off to the ceiling because it's lying on the ground. It's a black one. The pink one kind of gives like a little bit of like a tempered, like kind of agitated face.
Okay.
Got one eye cracked and one eye open. It's the neon pink one.
Okay. I'm gonna pick up the black bag.
Pick up the black bag.
Reach in and
Roll a strength check.
Oh yeah, it's got a bunch of stuff in it. But it only weighs 15 pounds. Unless it's not.
18.
What's your strength modifier?
For my strength, it's +8.
So what did you roll?
I had rolled a 10.
Wait, you plus weight? What, plus 8?
Just your strength modifier, not strength saving throw. So you don't add your proficiency.
15.
So you notice, as soon as you go over to grab the bag, your body feels immensely heavy by the weight of your armor, and you just flop on the table. You cannot move the armor, as you feel your body is drained of strength.
Yay.
I hate this.
Cursed bags of holding.
For the next 7 days, you have a strength score of 3.
I'm gonna go ahead and
That's
get
weaker
my
than
totem.
me.
I did buy another totem,
Wait.
so I still have
Strength 3 is like
3, 4,
barely
5
anything.
casts.
You can hardly hold yourself.
Black bag first.
Remove curse! There's no curse on it.
No, the wish just. I hate wishes.
Wait, we're all there,
We
right?
should have just
Yeah,
destroyed
he
it.
did in the morning.
So
How do you feel,
Oscar
Joestar?
is now like pseudo, not paralyzed, but you see him trying to move around in his armor. He cannot lift it.
Oscar, are you okay?
Let's get that armor off of him.
Yep.
Hmm.
I was shit away with my plan, sold it to the king for a shit ton of money.
What's up with these bags?
I'm scared to touch one.
Don't touch him.
I want to touch
I
one.
want
Honestly,
to
it's
do.
just the wish.
Okay,
fine. I just.
I'm gonna
I'll-
do Arcana check on
There's
them.
no good that comes from wishes.
Actually, better yet, first thing I'm gonna do. I'm going to do Should I do the... I'm gonna do detect magic to see if they even have magical properties to them.
Sure.
Okay. Detect magic.
Roll a d20.
Oh. First I was like, wait, is this the bad? Oh wait, no, it's wild magic.
It's wild magic.
He throws a fireball at the bags and they just burn.
Fucking hell.
No.
Yeah, they are all magical.
Well, they're definitely magical.
Identify?
Which one?
Black one.
Black one is a bag of holding.
Pink one.
That's not a bag of holding.
What is...
You get a sense that that's a bag of devouring.
Oh shit! The big one's a bag of devouring.
Wait, and he's the irritated one, right?
That's the one with like
And I'm
What's the green one?
And what's the green one? Identify.
bag of holding.
Can I take it?
What is a bag of devouring?
What is a bag of devouring?
I wonder.
This bag specifically resembles a bag of holding, but is feeding orifice of a gigantic extra-dimensional creature. Turning this bag inside out closes the orifice. The extra-dimensional creature attached to the bag can sense whatever is placed in the bag. Animal or vegetable matter placed wholly in the bag is devoured and lost forever. When part of a living creature is placed in the bag, as happens when someone reaches into it, there is a 50% chance that the creature is pulled into the bag. A creature inside the bag can use its action to try to escape, with a DC of strength check. Another creature can use its action to reach into the bag to pull out the creature, doing so with a DC of strength check, provided that it isn't pulled inside first.
Oh god.
Any creature that starts its turn inside the bag is devoured, its body destroyed.
There's...
Inanimate objects can be stored in the bag, which can hold a cubic foot of such material. However, once each day, the bag swallows any objects inside and spits them out into another plane of existence. The DM determines the time and plane. If the bag is pierced or torn, it is destroyed, and anything contained within it is transported to a random location on the astral plane.
Okay, so there's an extra dimensional monster inside of that bag, and if anything goes in it, it will eat it.
I call not that one.
Just
Takes
for
the green
frame of
one.
reference, this
Wait.
is what it looks like.
Damien just touched the green bag.
Yeah.
Just for frame of reference, except it's pink, obviously.
It's neon pink.
Neon.
You
pink.
touched the green one?
Yeah. It was meant for you, the pink one.
Yeah, that's the green one.
It's a bag of holding.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the loss of strength
Okay,
was
black
a cost of the wish, not a cost of him touching the
Black bag
bag.
of holding.
I look inside of it.
It's got gold in it.
I'm gonna start putting my shit in that bag and put it on my set.
I'm pretty sure whatever happened to Oscar wasn't from the bag. Well, now I have the green bag of holding.
The green
So.
one was.
Do you think that was
for the
retaliation
rain,
from the
pink
wish?
one's for
I
you.
think it was the wish,
I
not
have
the
an
bag.
idea for the pink one.
Collateral.
Like, oh yes, you get bags of holding, but now you can't carry it.
For me.
I put all my stuff, all my gold, all my heads, all my
Alright.
books.
Well, wait. Why don't we see how much gold was in it first?
Actually, no. Yeah, I'm gonna take all the gold out first. That's a bag of holding.
You, how long are you gonna stand there for?
Never mind.
That's the one I thought was gonna happen.
You can roughly estimate, because it's a pretty big dimension down there. You've got a massive pile of gold down in there.
Okay, so what do I even write down for money?
Bag of holding,
Yep.
My bag of holding.
10,000 gold.
Thank you for the bag of holding.
And that's
That
the
one's
one
mine.
gold.
Nope.
That's the
mine's
one that he
monster.
requested it to be.
Alright, in that case, I just have the other bag of holding.
You have
The
a green bag.
green
That
one.
one then.
The green one?
The pink one.
What?
That's a bag of value.
I have an idea for that pink one.
Well, if anyone was going to get that on someone's head, who would it be?
Here's my idea. If somebody comes to bandit us, yes, here, take this bag.
I kind of like his idea better. Just saying.
Putting it on
Assassination.
Yes. I'm okay with this plan.
No pickpocket will get away.
I feel sorry for the pickpocket at that point.
So who's gonna carry the bag of devouring? The monk who has 2 spears, 2 whips, his fists, has a neon pink bag.
It's fashionable.
It is the most questionable character out of the entire
Hey, in all
Inventory
fairness, I got
now.
that design.
Manage
Before I
items.
blue cloak, the pink would complement it pretty well.
Yeah, some of that gold is to go to a pole barn for me.
Oh yeah. Here's what I'm gonna say. This gold is not mine. It is the group's.
Yeah, it's group funds.
Alright,
Group funds! I can finally track that more than just 5.
So it's 10,005.
10,005.
Actually, 9,500. Thanks for holding my bag, key.
9,505.
And 5.
I actually need to see where I actually placed that.
Alright, well, let's check the armor
My
off
strength
Oscar.
checks
Did
should
you
be
do that?
negative now.
They are, as of right now,
-4?
effectively, I think -4 or 5.
I think -5 is 1 or 2.
Well, I think since we
Yeah, -4
Can I say some
for the
things
next
first about
7
the money?
days.
And how long of a travel is it to the next town?
7 days.
7 days.
So, okay, so,
Oh.
hey!
What did you
hit me with?
That's what happens when you cast this wish.
Yeah, the thing is, it was like, oh, you want to carry more things? Well, fine, you get the bag, but you can't carry anything now. You have strength.
Effectively, a wish is just the biggest spell that can be used, and it drains the user. Also, you innately have a feeling that you cannot cast any more wishes.
Ever?
Ever.
I have nothing.
Well, yeah, you
What
said
did
you
you
had
say?
nothing to wish
Are
for.
you still wearing the ring?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Is the ring still on my finger by chance?
Yeah,
Is it just a normal golden ring?
it's got some gems on it.
Oh, Scott, I'm gonna get your stuff into the bag.
This paper is so heavy.
Thank you. I put all this stuff in the bag.
It's not that's not inaccurate.
So,
Why can't
I have to ask
Are you going to put his armor in the bag? Because he can't carry
Yeah,
that.
just until it's
Yeah.
good.
As
I
a
mean,
ranger,
there's still the clerics.
Well,
as a ranger, I have strength.
I'm gonna go.
9. That's pretty bad.
I'm gonna put on my fine clothing now.
Yeah,
Yes, let's get you to the clerics.
Do you think they can do that?
Oh, you mean for the strength? No, I meant for his leg.
Oh yes.
I almost choked on the
I need to
realization
say
that he
this.
has a leg injury.
I need to say this about the money first. I need scrolls if I'm gonna continue being useful.
How? Not at this town.
Yeah, no, at the capital.
We'll talk about it on the road.
Yeah.
You're a man who can cast 2 lightning bolts in 6 seconds, and
But
you're
that-
not.
But that takes up
Anyhow.
a lot of slots.
Anyhow,
Well, both of you could use scrolls actually.
here's the thing. I can smell us. We need a bath.
What are
Word.
you talking about?
You smell like barbecue.
I can
That
clean
is-
myself.
You're
in
doing
the
the
bag.
equivalent of the British that just cover themselves in powder. You're not actually cleaning yourself.
I can bathe myself, thank you very much.
Let's get his leg fixed. Yeah.
I was gonna do that after the bath.
Let's do the leg fixing first. I don't want to get into a bath of that. With?
Good point.
That might infect everyone.
Good point.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go see about fixing my leg to the clerics.
Clerics are still there?
They're still there. They're paid by Roydstein, not by Kunai.
Well, that's good.
Anyhow, I
I
don't
don't-
know.
I think we'll need 4. I mean, we may as well try to get that strength thing removed.
Really quick, I'm gonna keep track of the gold in the bag. How much is there right now?
You're gonna keep track of the gold?
I will keep track of the gold.
9505.
Well, no. You could have it 10,000.
That's.
It's in the bag.
But he took out
I need
500
it-
for
yeah,
himself.
90.
Yeah, but it's all in the bag.
Well, no, the idea is 9,500 is for
I-
the group fund. He's taking 500 out just for him.
All right, I'm going to go off your honor system that you keep track of the money.
I am gonna keep track of it.
I'm taking track of your guys' experience.
You can look. Here is our.
Yeah, you're,
Oh, wait,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Here is our group funds. I am.
Oh, you put it in the electrum. Okay,
Yeah.
that's perfect.
I am gonna be the bank.
Thank you, Laura.
Anyhow, I totally had a question.
Okay, how come it keeps disappearing?
Oh, well, you're out $9,500.
I can't have that much electrum.